Not an individual's job to go out there and be Superman. He doesn't have to.
Is it enough for them to have the season that you have predicted they should have?
Not if he's playing the way that he's playing. He's been bad. And while I'm not talking about his shooting, I'm not even talking about his clear fright of getting to the free throw line. I expected him to be a defensive stalwart. I expected him to have an impact on the defensive side of the ball. When you play in defense, you ain't got to worry about shooting. What you got to do is be locked down. You're 6'10", you're mobile, you're athletic, you are a game changer defensively. He had a big-time steal last night against Luka Doncic, then ultimately feeding Kevin Durant the ball for the breakaway dunk, the slam that tied the game and ultimately pushed it into overtime. What I will say, though, is this. I need more from Kevin Durant, too. Kyrie Irving, I got to confess, I am pleased with what I'm seeing from him. I'm not talking about balling. I'm talking about press conferences, answering questions.
He was great right then.
That's right. That's what I'm going to.
Everything you want to hear from him right there.
He's articulating what he's playing. He's not talking about being a leader. Kyrie Irving is being a leader. There is no excuse for him not to be an elite defensive player.
And Kyrie's been fighting through screens, getting rebounds, and getting blocks too. But they're 0-3 their last 3 games. And their 2 best players have 210 points. The game is so difficult when you can't shoot. It's even more difficult when you have a mental block to not attempt shots.
What else you gonna come up with next? He got to go to the store to get groceries, and that's a problem too?
Damn. Stephen A., he had other problems last year. It wasn't just the back. He's had issues. And we all talked about this. We would never make light of it. And
of course, and we did.
And we can't forget it, right? I mean, we're asking a lot.
Correct.
The Nets are asking a lot of Ben Simmons to be that player in that setting. And it's as hard. It's probably as hard in Brooklyn as it is in Philly or close. He didn't go to some smart. He's not in Oklahoma City toiling in obscurity.
Yeah.
These are big issues that he's got to deal with. And Stephen A., you're demanding something of him that we don't know he's capable of.
Okay. I stand down if we're talking about him scoring.
No, I'm talking about the
problem.
Whole thing.
No,
I'm talking about the whole thing.
You don't have to score. You can't have Luka. When you are that dude, he got my vote for Defensive Player of the Year. I have a vote. He got my vote for Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. You cannot have Luka Doncic coming into the house, dropping 41, 14, and 11, and you are nowhere in the vicinity defensively. Come on, y'all.
You know what? He's not the player he was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And here's the thing, Stephen A.
Okay.
I don't know. We don't know if he can get back there.
All right, you're right.
There's incredible pressure on him playing with those 2 guys to play up to a certain level that we haven't seen.
I agree with that offensively. I'm just saying defensively, they're like, yo, defensively, they looking at him to be what they are offensively.
Emotional issues don't categorize themselves by offense and defense and schemes. Can he do what you're asking?
That is not always the truth. It does categorize itself at times, and you know that.
Stephen A. is right on this one. Before the season, he had a conversation with Ben Simmons, and Simmons told him he was going to start playing like he did in Philly, being aggressive on both ends of the floor. Not only that, he did an interview with JJ Redick and said he was going to start shooting jump shots and playing better than he ever has. So if he's putting expectations on himself, why aren't we allowed to have expectations? When we say anything, it's mental health. But when Ben Simmons tells the fans and the media that he's going to be better, we're not allowed to expect him to be better? That's why Wilbon is wrong here. He's making excuses for a guy that doesn't even want him. He wants to be the best version of himself, play better, shoot jump shots. So why are we supposed to say, no, it's okay, Ben, you have problems? It would be different if Ben Simmons went to the media and said he still struggled with mental health issues and that he wasn't himself. But he told us he's ready to go. So why can't we take him at his word? Why is it bad to have expectations for someone who's getting paid $29 million? We know it's going to take time, but it's a simple fact. If Ben Simmons doesn't play well for the Brooklyn Nets, they're not going to make it anywhere. There's too many good teams in the East for them to do anything without Ben Simmons. And there's nothing wrong with pointing that out. But that's just what I think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Can the Brooklyn Nets be successful with Ben Simmons? And leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more NBA content just like this. And I will see you in the next upload.